last round to 46-29.
Right, the lineup of the men's 800 metres final out in lane 8. The very impressive heat winner from France, Cian Galtier-Villa. In lane 7, from Spain, Alvaro Monfort. In lane 6, another of the heat winners from earlier in this championships, Davide de Rosa. He's ranked number 4 on this year's European Under-18 list. Nico Kozul, the Croat, just got through as a fastest non-automatic qualifier, but he's been seeded into lane 5. Here's possibly the favourite, the 16-year-old Czech, Jakub Dudycha, the only man to break 150 in the Under-18 ranks this year in Europe. And in lane 3, the Israeli Under-18 best, Noam Mamu, 3rd on the European list, the senior 400 and 800 metre champion for Israel. Inside him, Nando Kramer, another of the fastest non-automatic qualifiers. And Switzerland, Elia Triarca, set a personal best to qualify of 1:54.30. Well, 3 very impressive heat winners in this final. That's Dudycha, De Rosa and Galtier-Villa. But don't discount Mamu of Israel, going for Israel's first ever medal at these championships. So from the inside, it's Triarca, Switzerland, Kramer, Netherlands, Mamu, Israel, Dudycha, Czech Republic, Kozul, Croatia, De Rosa, Italy, Monfort of Spain, and Galtier-Villa of France. And the decibel count is rising. I don't think I've heard the crowd as animated as this in the whole of the championship so far. Cutting across, it's Galtier-Villa. Villa trying to get to the front, but it's the tall, muscular Czech. Set a Czech under 18 best. Now darting to the front, it's Kozul. Well, Kozul had a very unimpressive heat, but he's run inside 152. Good run of the Croatian. So they're all bunched. They're starting to trip over each other very slightly. It's a reasonable pace, but not super fast at this stage. Kozul leading the way, the Croatian, as they come through the first lap in 56.01. Now Kozul, he's been taking the pace so far. It's Galtier-Villa, and it's just slowed down after going through the bell to almost pedestrian pace. This is really going to play into the hands of the fast men like Dudycha and Galtier-Villa. They're going to love this. Dudycha set his time of 1:48.56 at the Ostrava Golden Spike meeting at the end of May. Now he hits the front, and it's Mamu who's chasing him. But it's the Czech, Dudycha, in front. The Czech sprinting for all he's worth, but Mamu's got the home crowd behind him. They're coming into the home straight. It's Czech Republic and Israel. De Rosa is working hard on the outside, trying to make up ground on the Israeli, but it's going to be gold for the first time at these championships. Gold goes to Jakub Dudycha, 1:51.36 unofficially. The favourite fulfills his role, and he'll stand on top of the podium. Behind him, well, it's going to be a medal for Israel. Let's just see. Yes, Mamu gets Israel's first ever European Athletics Under-18 Championships medal. Silver for the Israeli. Well, De Rosa finishing super quick, but left himself just too much to do over the final 50 and 60 metres. Mamu was tiring, but De Rosa couldn't reel him in, but there was no doubting at all. Nobody was going to stop Dudycha. He was the big favourite, the man from the central Czech town of Vyškov Mýto. No Czech winners so far until just a few seconds ago. Now Czech Republic have got their gold at these championships. Number 3 in the history of the European Athletics Championships. And never before have Israel won a medal, but silver goes to Noam Mamu. Terrific run from the young Israeli. And Davide De Rosa, he looked so good in his heat. Fast finishing, we knew that. Just left it a bit too late to climb a bit further up the podium. Congratulations from everybody. The loudest cheers of the championship so far for a rare success for Israeli athletics, but a warmly appreciated one. And the cameraman standing on the Israeli, has to be said, the gold did go to the Czech Republic. I can tell you that Dudycha's out there, he's looking for a Czech flag. They haven't needed one so far. Well, actually, they've had 2 silver medals. But
well, there's one down the outside of the stadium, isn't there, that came from the European Athletics room in the headquarters, as you said. But, well, I mean, people have different opinions, but I think that shows you just why the 800 metres can be one of the most exciting events in track and field to watch. The pace was seesawing all over the place. There were blocks and cut-offs, and there was shoulder barging. Just look at that, with the Croatian who at one point darted to the front, moves all over the place. It was a race to keep your head, and Dudycha did just that. Mamu was brave. He ran off the energy that the crowd gave him, that extra tiny percentage. And coming through here, look at this, the Italian on the outside. Mamu is looking round. He knows that he's tiring. He knows that maybe he could be overtaken here. He just manages to summon something in what is an incredibly close finish. Very difficult to call with the naked eye. Dudycha was strong and powerful, just the way he's built. And Mamu, the best of the 2 blues for silver over bronze.
Yes, I held off calling the silver and the bronze just for a little while until I saw confirmation. Mamu overstriding as he tired, but he was just motivated by the thought of getting on the podium in front of his home crowd and his family. I'm sure that's his mum, very proud mother. Congratulations all around from Israeli officials. Even the volunteers have been getting in the action. I'm sure it's going to be a long time before he gets to bed tonight. There'll be plenty of selfies for Noam Mamu. But by a large margin and quite comfortably, the gold did go to the Czech Republic's Jakub Dudycha.
And that'll be such a lift for all of the volunteers, all of the officials, all of those who've worked so hard behind the scenes to, first of all, bring this event to Jerusalem, but also stage it as well.
Yes, it just makes it all worthwhile in so many people's eyes. It was worthwhile anyway in our eyes, but for many people will say, why do we bring these championships to countries like Israel when we haven't got anybody who's going to get on the podium? Well, you do have. You got Noam Mamu, but gold did go to the Czech Republic's Jakub Dudycha.